Hello world, to my kings and queens. It's good to see y'all again. I hope that everybody is blessed and having a beautiful day, beautiful life, and nothing but smiles and positivities. Today I want to holler about Demetris Pearce, aka Skrappy-Ru, and Donald Jones, aka Gorilla-Ru. Before I get started, if you do like the content, hit that like button, subscribe so that you can get the content as soon as it comes out, and share and comment so that I might be able to tell a story that you might want to hear. Okay, so this story that I'm about to share with y'all is 1994. I had just got kicked out of Campo for kicking off a riot with the Bloods and Crips, and they wanted me to go to a C.Y.A. alternative, and instead of California Youth Authority. And what a C.Y.A. alternative is it's like a step below C.Y.A. Like after Campo, C.Y.A. alternative, and then C.Y.A. C.Y.A. alternatives are Glen Mills, which is in Pennsylvania, Arizona Boys Ranch, Vision Quest, which is in Arizona, and ROP, which is in Nevada. I had called home, and my homeboy Young Bugs, Ronald Atkins, told me, nah, man, don't go to none of them places, man. Just go to YA. That was one of the worst mistakes that he had ever made, which was going to, I believe he was in Vision Quest. So with that being said, I went to C.Y.A. I went to C.Y.A. at the age of 15. When I get there, first you got to go to SRCC. That is a intake facility, and from that facility, you get shipped out to the facility that you're going to be doing your time at. They only have one building, one unit that was doing their time there, which was, I want to say, Marshall, but I forget. It's been a long time. So, okay, when I get there, I get to C.Y.A. It's nothing that I could have prepared my mind for. I come from San Diego, Blood City. Juvenile halls stay pretty thick with Bloods, you know what I'm saying, and the Crips is on the losing end. And you know, sometimes you can come up in there and there's some Crips deeper, but for the most part it's a Blood City. So when I get to C.Y.A., I don't know what to expect. I do know that in San Diego, people consider C.Y.A. to be like a junior penitentiary, and that a lot of so-called gangsters didn't want to go there. They go anywhere before they go there. You know, I mean, in fact, when I was on my way there, and I told the homeboys that I told them I'm not going to no YA alternative and to send me to YA, few of my homeboys was like, man, you tripping. So, anyway, I went. When I get there, we get there during the day. I don't really remember much on the outside, but once we got in, we had paper suits on. They gave us some blues, they gave us some socks and drawers and a care package, soap, stuff like that, toothpaste, toothbrush. Then we sat down, we went to medical. So I'm in medical. While I'm in medical, I'm talking to a tagger. Now, Los Angeles taggers is different from San Diego taggers. Los Angeles taggers are gangsters, right? They were at one time taggers, but they developed into gangsters, and they basically have hoods now, and they didn't chose up on either Bloods or Crips. So anyway, I'm talking to this tagger. He asked me where I'm from, whatnot. I'm telling him where I'm from. And now, mind you, I'm young, so when you ask me where I'm from, you get the whole roll call, right? East Side, Skyline, Pearce, Rolling 80s, 69th Street, Skrappy-Ru gang, you know what I'm saying? Then I say my name and everything, right? Next thing you know, I get a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, it's a Rip. I don't know he's a Rip just yet, but he like, where you from, Lo? Wasn't even no sense in talking, right? Because I know he didn't heard everything I just told this tagger. So when he asked me where I was from and hit me with the low, I just teed off. But now track it. We sitting down, right? When I tee off, we sitting down. So we rumbling, we fall out of the chairs. Try to get up, but by that time the police is on us, macing us. I'm drenched from mace from my head down to my toes, man. You know what I'm saying? Then they threw me in the shower because I have asthma, and the mace and asthma don't go together. So they put me in the shower. So now I'm even more soaking wet. They threw me some clothes. They kept me in. I stayed in a single cell for the remainder of that day. Then the next day, they took me out of that cell and they took me to Pico. That's another cottage, and that's an intake cottage for the youngsters. They got an older intake cottage for the adults too, because C.Y.A. goes from, I don't know the juvenile age, but I know it goes all the way up to the 25. So it got grown men in there. You know what I'm saying? You can be sitting down eating with a grown man and be 13, 14 years old. You know, so I go to Pico. While I'm in Pico, I go to the cell, and for some reason, man, I don't ask my cellie where he's from. He don't ask me where I'm from. I had a deck of cards, and he was like, "Hey, man, you want to play some cards?" I was like, "Cool." Sat down, got to play some cards. Now this dude is about 17, 18. I'm 15, about 17, 18, because he's on yolk, swole. We get to playing cards. While we playing cards, another Rip jump on the door, and he calls my cellie to his door. And with my cellie, when I hear the Rip get on his door and saying all this Rip shit, my cellie get up on the door. Automatically, I knew this dude was a Rip, right? So while he on the door, dude telling him, "Hey man, I think your cellie is a blood," right? I'm already ready, right? So when I hear him say that, dude look at me, I'm already on my feet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let's get it on. And so he turned around and he come at me, we squabbling, bouncing all over the cell, you know what I'm saying? Loud, you know what I'm saying? I'm, Pyru, just crap, you know what I mean? And then police come up in there, snatched us up. He's looking like he done been through World War III, and I'm looking like I was at Cabo or something, you know what I'm saying? I look ready for a party, you know what I'm saying? But I did lose the fight, but nobody else knew, you know what I'm saying? But him, because I told everybody I kicked his ass, you know what I'm saying? Because he looked like it, and I looked it good. So anyway, I get from that unit, now I'm getting the little props, right? And they send me to Cabrillo. Cabrillo is another unit for kids. Like I said, I'm 14, 15 at the time. So now I'm on Cabrillo. I'm on the A side. B side works in the kitchen. So now I'm trying to get to the B side, but first I got to be on the A side and do my thing and get to. After you do your thing, then the staff recognizes you and they work with you, right? And at this time, the staff in these facilities were gangsters, right? Because this was right after the peace treaties and whatnot for Rodney King. So a lot of these jobs had ex-gang members working there, you know what I mean? So you had to put in a little bit of work to be recognized, and then if you get recognized, they'll move you over to the B wing, and the B wing you work in the kitchen. So now time is flying because you're outside of your cell predominantly all day. So it was during this time that I heard the Harlem Crips, man. They like to get on their doors, and when they get on their doors, they hit you with the Harlem, and then they do that, and as they do that, Man, different Harlems and different buildings, man, come together. You know what I'm saying? And then that Harlem shit get louder and louder. So it was one night. I was on my rack, man, and my Mexican neighbor was talking to his neighbor, his homeboy, through the window, and they asked him, "Where you Sally from?" And he was like, "Hey, where you from?" "I'm from Skrappy-Ru, from the 80s guy, gangsta boy, right?" And he's like, "Oh, you from Skyline?" You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Hey, ask him, do he know about his homeboy Gorilla-Ru and Scrap?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know about my homeboy Gorilla-Ru and Scrap. What's up with him?" You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing they do when you in C.Y.A. is they do name calling, right? And if you don't know these fools' names, you know what I'm saying, then people gonna put you as a buster on a big ASAP, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's even more problems then because shit, everybody trying to have at you. You know what I'm saying? A squares and everything, you know what I mean? So I said, "Yeah, I know him." They said, "Man, them dudes is famous, man. Everybody know about them out here." I said, "What?" You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Man, shit. I thought y'all gang was in LA. As much as I heard about your homeboys and your set." And I'm like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Right?" That's what I'm thinking mentally. Like, "Right?" You know what I'm saying? And from then they get to telling me all the stories, right? From Gorilla-Ru to Scrap. So what they tell me about Gorilla-Ru is how he knocking everybody out, right? He knocks everybody out. May he rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a soldier, man. The backstory on Gorilla-Ru. Let me start with Gorilla-Ru. Backstory. I met him in East San Diego, 1991, and we robbed, them ice cream truck pushers. They give us the cart. We robbed a dude for his cart, and we took it. We didn't rob, we didn't steal it. We took it from him. You know what I'm saying? He went down the street and we gave the whole block the ice cream. And Gorilla-Ru had a long Daniel Boone gun, you know what I'm saying? Too long for his little butt, you know what I'm saying? And we was all kids, so that's when I met him. And then Scrap, I met him at the Boys Club in Encanto on 68th Street. I want to say he was about 7, 8 years old. Alright? So anyway, so yeah, I knew him. And they got to telling me stories and whatnot. I'm like, damn, okay. And but with these stories, I realized one thing. That my homeboys was so active that we no longer just had San Diego Crips as our enemies. Our enemies was LA, right? LA wanted to shot at the title. Anybody from Skyline, you know what I'm saying? Dudes wanted to eat, especially Rips, right? Because of Scrap and Gorilla-Ru. And, past homies, but these dudes was at the time, you know what I'm saying? They was putting in work. So, they sent me to Nellis. They sent me to Fred C. Nellis. Fred C. Nellis is considered a time bomb, okay? When you go to C.Y.A. and you go to Nellis, they let you know off the top, man. Whatever time you came with, you're not leaving with. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely getting some more time if you went to Nellis, period, right? Now, I heard that, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I went there. Truman Cottage is the intake. When I get there, Lil G. Excuse me. When I get there, Gangsta E from Lincoln Park. He's in the building, right? Now, me and him been knowing each other for a long while, you know what I'm saying? And we've been knowing each other before Lincoln Park and Skyline had any murders involved. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, our relationship is solid. Yeah, we used to bump heads a little bit. because he's a real Lincoln and I'm a real Skyline. So, but at the same time, the thing about Dago, when you leave Dago, and the further away you get from Dago, the shorter you are. So you got to come together in order to face the enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, at this time, it was just me and Lil E. Then, now Truman, when you're on Truman, you got to work in the kitchen. Now, this is where Gorilla Ru never made it off of Truman, okay? He went from Truman to the hole, and he never got out of the hole, right? So while he was on Truman is when he was putting in all of his work, okay? I work in the kitchen. The police tell me, you know your homeboy Gorilla Ru? I say, yeah. This is where I find out all the stories, right? I say, yeah. He said, man, that motherfucker knock out dudes so fast that I would hear the hit, I turn around, and all I see is the body dropping and him walking away. I never ever seen him hit nobody, but I've seen 3 to 4 dudes sleep right when he leaves. Like, it's like, bop, turn around, he's walking away. And so somebody's on the ground, right? Then what he ended up doing is there was a dude named Crip Crazy 3, Baby Crip Crazy, from Harlem 30s, rolling 30s. We was rolling 30s, our enemies is 30. So Gorilla Ru having fun dissing this dude, man, you know what I'm saying? Because 30s and all that. And to diss them was basically the same way to diss 30s in San Diego. And dude finally bucked up to Gorilla Ru. Gorilla Ru knocked him out, stomped him out with the bed, man. Had the life flight to fool up out of there, right, on a helicopter. And what's crazy is that me and Lil E ended up being in the hole with Baby Crip Crazy, the same dude that Gorilla Ru did all this shit to. Half-ass cool dude. I want to say he's Belizean. Yeah, Belizean. If that's whatever them hell them dudes from Harlem is. So, okay, so that's Gorilla Ru, right? Skrappy-Ru, he's famous for kicking ass and taking names too, right? But the difference is, Scrap is like, they not even like, people are mad. Like, he was fighting people that were bigger than him, and they were still saying that it wasn't fair. You know what I'm saying? That Scrap had the upper hand, you know what I'm saying? They would be real mad about it, right? Now, Scrap, he was on Tyler. He was on Tyler. Tyler was the unit when you about to get released. You know what I'm saying? All the short timers go to Tyler. And so he was over there. And man, I tell you, he didn't act like he was getting released. He acted like he had more time than me. And he was there when I got there. And he was on that Tyler unit when I got there. You know what I'm saying? So he had to be short timing, but man, he was active, right? Blowing my mind, right? I'm like, God damn. I'm loving the energy, you know what I'm saying? And keeping the set on top of the map. And I'm gonna do the same, right? So Gorilla Ru ended up going to the hole for this stuff with Baby Crip Crazy from Harlem. They got 2 holes in Nellis. They got Taft and they got Nixon, right? All the presidents, all the units were named after the presidents. So Taft is the hole where if you're in there, then you probably never gonna come out that mug, right? And then it's also mixed with people that get a fight and go in there for one day and out the next day. Okay. The Nixon is the whole. It's a building split in half. One half is for somebody. I forget who it is. They wasn't mainline, whoever the hell it was, and then it was for us, the whole. Okay. And in that hole, you had to do a program. ask Lil E from Lincoln if I'm correct about this, but I believe it was 6 months. You had to do a 6-month program in the hole. 6 months. We did 6 months, I think. Me and Lil E. But anyway, now the thing is, when they in that hole that's in Taft, and you got the people like Gorilla-Ru that's in there that ain't never leaving, and then you got the people that's just coming in for a fight and leaving the next day, they bump heads with the people that's there for, you know, for the remainder of their time, like Gorilla-Ru. So like what they would do is they'd be talking from door to door, you know, whole language talking at middle of night, which is 3, 4 in the morning, because you know when you're in a hole, a lot of times the program changes. You up all night and you sleep all day. And it was at this time that a Crip from 40s, Gangsta Crip, right? None of the Crips had ever heard, none of them in here had ever even heard of that shit, right? But he was representing, so they was, you know, he was cool with them, right? So anyway, he's in the hole. Gorilla-Ru disses him and his set and his dead homies, and then he dissed ours. And what I really didn't like this shit, man, because Gorilla-Ru had no action at even touching these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? So what he do is he'll diss their dead homies, they diss our dead homies, then he send a kite to Scrap, right? And tell them, yeah, man, the motherfucker diss his dead homies. You know what I'm saying? Have at him. And Scrap loves the challenge, you know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn how when you just better not diss Skyline, right? One day we at school. I come out the class. I come out of the gym. I want to say I came out of the gym. But anyway, I came out of class. I see Scrap. I said, what's up, man? Hit him with the P. I seen me mugging his shit. What's up, Ru? He said, man, I'm looking for this fool, man. I just got a kite from C.Y.A. Talking about nigga dissing dead homies, man. I'm trying to find who he is. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, it's this dude right here, man. Woo, right? I'm like, okay. I think I might know who the dude is, right? So we start circling the schoolyard. Now the schoolyard at C.Y.A. and Fred C. Nellis is like school on the streets, man. The bell ring, you go to the next class. You know what I'm saying? There's guards around, but man, you got plenty of places that you can fight. You got plenty of places to get away with fight. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just active, right? So we leaving the gym, because we hunting this dude down. And we leaving the gym, and lo and behold, as we coming down the stairs, he's going up the stairs, the dude that he looking for, right? And before Scrap even said anything to the dude, right? Because Scrap I don't know, but he didn't even know it was him, right? Until the last minute. Once he did, he just fired on him. Bow! Dude hit the ground. Scrap turned around and said, call it a snake if you want to. and me and Scrap mopped off, right? Man, shit. Later on that day, full-on blood and Crip ride. And mind you, I'm in a building with all Crips, and I'm the only power. It went down. But yeah, so anyway, man, rest in peace, Scrap. Rest in peace, Gorilla-Ru. It was a pleasure and honor representing our community with you against the world. And I pray that you rest in peace. God bless you and your family, man. I love you forever, man. Rest in peace.
Money is the motive, money over bitches. Pussy don't control us, watch it out for niggas. Being broke is contagious, more hustle, less favors. Every day, money is the motive, money over bitches. Pussy don't control us, watching out for niggas. Being broke is contagious, more hustle, less favors. I was taught Never underestimate your enemy. And a real nigga don't ask for handouts or look for sympathy. It's been a while, long live little while. While the niggas fell and quit, I'm never throwing in that towel. Look, silent nigga, it's in me, my interior. Growing in the jungle, you gotta control your fear here. A few seconds, all it take for you to slip. May God have mercy for all my gang-related trips. Where I'm from, we watch them come up out our lips. Cause loose lips sink ships along with the treasure that's on board. Talking to the mic like a remote Cox contour. On any given day, I take a hoe over a whore.